In this video, we are going to discuss how to write a newspaper article for our O-level English paper 2 section A. First of all, what is a newspaper report? A newspaper report is a news story found in newspapers and are designed to provide people with information about what is happening in the world. News is new information and is usually about something that has just happened. All news reports follow a certain structure and have the same key features. So, as we are familiar that what is a news report, as you can see on this slide, this is the sample. You can see various features, various parts of a newspaper report: headline, direct quote, journalist, photograph, caption, and newspaper basic features of a newspaper article. So we have to get ourselves familiar with these points. But when it comes to our question in directed writing, we have to abide by certain rules and regulations. How to write a newspaper report for our examination. You will be given a question and 2 or 3 bullet points. As we all know, this is the task, and the two bullet points are given. The bullet points are the main points of your report, so try to focus on them. Now you would have to create a headline. As we know, the first most feature of a newspaper report is that is it has a headline that captures the essence of the event. That is a catchy headline. It should excite the reader's curiosity. Exaggeration is effective in this case. Let's take a look at an example of a catchy headline. Now, as you can see, this is the example when we are going to write a newspaper report about any sport event. So we have to give a headline like wild cricket match or historical cricket match. So first of all, we have to write down the headline, then we have to add the byline. That is, byline consists of the name of the reporter and who is reporting the event. That is your name. The place should be written just before the content. This is the reporter's current location. So here you can see quickly a typical newspaper report includes the 5 parts: headline, byline, dateline, lead paragraph, body, and conclusion. Then on this slide you can see the inverted pyramid. That is when we are going to elaborate the content points, and we are going to have the paragraphs. So most important, lead paragraph. Then next most important, of course, we are going to evaluate the points that are being given in our 2 texts. Then the least important and the conclusion. And here these are on this slide you can see some of the tips to remember while writing a newspaper article or a report. That is, you are going to write in third person, analyze the headline, free write, show not tell, and check the facts. So now we have the question based on these 2 texts that we have just seen. Protesters should be able to use any means possible to raise awareness of their cause despite the inconvenience it causes to other people. So this is the theme of these 2 passages. Write an article for your school newspaper either in support of or against this statement. So in this article we have either we are going to support, either we are going to going in favor. That okay, yes, we have to make raise awareness for their of our cause. We have to make protests are not harmful for the society, or either we are going to go against this issue that protesters, they are causing harm to the society, and protests should not be raised as they are causing for disturbance for the society. So write an article. So this is the task: write an article for your school newspaper either in support of or against the statement. As we have the pattern in your article, you should evaluate the ideas and opinions in both texts. That we have done. That we have done the first step, that we have the underlined, tried to underline the main points, ideas and opinions in both texts. But remember, again I'm going to repeat it, that we are not going to mention the individuals because they are being written by individuals, so we are going to generalize. Now comes the that is, give your own views based on what you have read in the text about the actions of protesters. So according to the rough sketch which we are going to make, that is, our fourth, mostly third or fourth paragraph is going to be our own views. So here we are going to add our own views based on, so of course you are going to add 2 or 3 counter arguments, but first you have to decide either you are going to favor or going against it. Base your article on what you have read in both texts, but be careful to use your own words. That is the instruction that is given in every directed writing question. Address both of the bullet points. Begin your article with a suitable headline, as we have discussed that this newspaper article or report, like a magazine article, it has a catchy headline. Then the byline is there, and then we are going to start the first paragraph, write about 250 to 350 words.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and share to receive more videos like this in the future.
Now our next step after reading and underlining the content points, now we are going to arrange them and divide them into various paragraphs. Of course we are going to make a headline. First of all, we have to make it clear to us that there are 2 viewpoints. That is, number one is the proponents view, that is who are going to advocate that okay, protests are better for the society, and they like you can see these are the 2 points. The text B is focusing on critics' view. So as you can see on this slide, advocates argue for the unrestricted right of protesters to use any means necessary to raise awareness of their cause, citing historical examples such as the civil rights movement as evidence of the effectiveness of civil disobedience. And of course the other is the critics view, those who are against that the protests are going to be harmful. So as you can see, critics emphasize the potential harm inflicted upon innocent by standards. So we are now ready for our newspaper article. So first of all, as you can see, this is a sample article. You can see, you of course you are going to write your own, but it will help you a lot. First of all, as according to the pattern, we have the headline, that is unleashing protest power, finding balance. By, that is the byline, you have to write your name. This is the first paragraph, that is going to be a generalized one, in which you are going to discuss what is the role of the protesters, and 2 different viewpoints about in favor or against the protests. So as you can see here on this slide, this is slide number 2, that is going to focus on our points which we have taken from we are going to evaluate the points. Of course we are not going to copy, we are going to use our own words. So this is the evaluation of some of the points from text A. As you can see, the topic sentence: on one side of the spectrum, proponents argue vehemently for the unrestricted right of protesters to employ any tactic available to amplify their message. So the example is also given. And now in the third paragraph, we have the critics opinion, that is the against idea, the opinion of a person who is against the protests. So you can see in this paragraph the points are evaluated from text B. And next we have our fourth paragraph. Most probably in our almost every directed writing question, we have fourth paragraph that is focusing on content point number 2, that is give your own views. Of course these are not directly written in the text, so it can begin with supporting protests. So as it was directed in the question, that either we are going to you are going to write in favor or against the protest. So here this article is the own view is supporting protests. I believe they serve as vital catalyst for social change. So here in this paragraph only you can use the first person, but you have to be generalized most of the time. So these are the 2 examples I'll take. For instance, the civil rights movement and the global climate strikes led by youth activists. So you are going to focus on 1 or 2 examples to have a great impact on your examiner. And then we have the conclusion. Mostly we have the 5th paragraph, 5 to 6 paragraphs, as we have we have to abide by the word limit, that is 250 to 350. So in conclusion, the question of whether protesters should wield Unrestricted part, again we are going to weigh the pros and cons, and we are going to give a generalized opinion, because we have given the favor points, we evaluated favor points, the against points, then we have given our own viewpoint, that was in favor, and now when it comes to conclusions, so we are going to have a generalized view. While the right to protest is fundamental to a democratic society, it must be exercised responsibly and with an acute awareness of its repercussions. Ultimately, the efficacy of any protest hinges out not only on the righteousness of its cause but also on the moral integrity of its method. So this is the conclusion of our report, and of course once we have written after each and every paragraph, we are going to highlight, we are going to edit and proofread, and we have to check our spellings, grammar and punctuation. Now here is the quick checklist of the newspaper article we have just finished. That is a catchy heading. Then we have the favor or against points from both texts. Then we have the 5 to 6 paragraphs, and this is the quick rough sketch that you are going to make. That first paragraph is introduction after the heading. Then second is evaluate 2 or 3 points. Those were in favor of protest. Then third paragraph, evaluate 2 to 3 points against the issue, and fourth paragraph is your elaboration of content point number 2, that is add your own views. So we in this article we have favored that protests are better for the society, so in you are going to elaborate or add your points in fourth paragraph with one or two examples, and fifth paragraph is a conclusion when we are going to sum up. Next is point is leave one line space. This is the instruction given in every directed writing question. Leave one line space after every paragraph. Use formal language as it is a report, newspaper report, and it's an article, so it's a typical formal language. The register should be formal, no slangs, no short forms. Check spellings, punctuation, tense and grammar. I hope you have learned a lot. So goodbye and good luck.